Well, good evening and welcome back to East Texas Now. I'm Kyle Owens filling in for Michaela Goose right now. So let me take over the desk for a brief moment because we have to talk to two very special sisters from the East Texas area. They're from Kilgore, went to West Rusk High School. I always mess up with that name, but I did it right that time. We have Makana and Piper Morton. The Morton sisters are with us. Good evening, ladies. How are y'all? I can't hear them. Oh, hold on. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. There it is. So how are y'all doing tonight? Y'all doing okay?
We're good. We had the day off. We just played in Kingsville, so it was like a 7-hour bus trip. So we're happy to have the day off.
Gosh, a 7-hour bus trip. Now you take charter buses, right? You don't have to ride the old Yellers like you did in high school.
No, we take a charter bus. We're grateful for that.
For sure. Well, McKenna, I want to start with you since you're the senior and you transferred from Southern Arkansas. You graduated from West Rusk in 2019. So kind of at that time where the world was kind of stopping is when you were headed into college. So what was that experience like? And then what was the decision to transfer from Southern Arkansas to Texas Women's University? What went into that?
Yeah, so the first part of my my freshman year in college was good because obviously we didn't have COVID, any restrictions. And then I remember obviously in March it hit and it didn't really affect me as much just because I was a freshman, but I remember like my upperclassmen friends, they were just like distraught because they didn't think they were gonna have an extra year. And that's actually why I get an extra year with my sister is because of COVID. So I'm really grateful for that. I transferred just because I just wasn't really progressing how I wanted to at my other school. I just wanted to be pushed a little bit more. So I came to Texas Women's, which is in the LSC conference, which is one of the toughest conferences in D2. And I really like it here. So.
All right, well, that's fantastic and good reasons. And it is cool that you get to play with your sister. I want to talk to your sister for a second. Piper, you're a freshman now, so you knew that McKenna was at Texas Women's University. So did that play a part in where you decided to go play your college ball?
It did. I was able to have an opportunity to come here and I was like, I'm going to take it because McKenna's here and I've always dreamed of playing with McKenna because we're 4 years apart. So we never got to play in high school or select ball. So this was really a special thing for me coming here.
And when I was getting stuff together to do this interview tonight, I was thinking about that. I was like, well, did they get to play together in high school? So I went back and looked and I noticed that y'all just didn't cross paths in high school. So I guess for Piper, I'll start with you. How is it playing with your sister? Finally now that you've almost played a full season with her, what has it been like?
It's been really nice. I've gotten yelled at a few times by her during practice, but it's really special. I'm really glad to be like next to her because we're next to each other in the lineup, like 1-2, and it's really, really special to be right there, being able to be like hit the ball, So.
Well, McKenna, same question for you. How does it feel to be able to finally play with your sister?
Like she said, I've yelled at her a few times. It's all out of sisterly love. No ill intent. I'm so grateful that I get to do this because I love softball and I also love my sister. So putting the two together it's really beautiful because not a whole lot of people get to do this. And I'm so incredibly to God for this. So. That's
awesome. And it is fantastic. It is a blessing that you're able to do it. And now for both of y'all, is it more pressure? Like, I'm sure y'all are competitive. Obviously y'all are competitive. So is it like more pressure now that your sister's on the team and maybe either you want to show out and do a little more, or how's the pressure like?
I don't feel any pressure. I just think it's like, I just see it as like, we're playing the game we love together. And as much as I would love to just beat her in everything, I just like to play with her.
Same thing. I like to play with her as well. It's kind of like, it's not necessarily like we're playing the same position, so there's not necessarily like going at each other within the sport, but it's really nice getting to play with her.
Well, now this may cause a little controversy between y'all. Now, McKenna, when you were in high school, you hit 15 home runs, set a West Rusk single season record for home runs in a year. And then Piper came along and she decided to break your record. So how did that make you, now in all seriousness, how did that make you feel though? Were you proud that your sister was able to break the record?
Of course. If there was anyone that was going to do it, I wanted it to be, it was funny because I still tell her, I'm like, well, I still beat you in batting average, and I don't think, but that's just what I say. I was like, I still got you there. So.
Well, Piper, how did that make you feel? Because I'm sure growing up, like you said, 4 years apart, you looked up to your sister. So how did it feel, with the kind of the legacy that she had created in high school? How did it feel following her footsteps and then breaking a record that she had there at that school?
Well, all throughout high school, I had really wanted to beat a lot of her records, or at least get close to her records, because I look up to her, and she's like the reason I wanted to continue with softball. And so I was like, if I can even get close to her records, like, I mean, I can do what she does. And I was able to beat it, and I felt bad, but I felt really happy at the same time, because I was thinking, like, she led me to this. She was the reason I got here.
Now, do you have a younger sister that we need to be looking out for? Is there another Morton sister coming along that may break both of y'all's records?
Not that I know of. If there's someone who with the name Morton, I mean, I guess we'll claim them if they're good at softball, but it's just us. So.
Okay. Well, that's good. So the records are safe for now. Well, let's talk a little bit about this season. I know you're coming off a series, like you said, against A&M Kingsville, long trip, but you win 2 out of 3 down there with A&M Kingsville, 19-17 in conference play. But like you said, the Lone Star Conference is one of, if not the toughest conferences in D2 in the nation. So what's next? I know you got Western New Mexico coming up, and then St. Edwards, a couple series with them to finish out the year. But what's the mindset of the team, and how's the team feeling as you are kind of winding down with the regular season, getting ready for tournament play?
Well, we've already got a good bid for conference tournament. It's top 10 teams, and I think we're eight seed right now. But obviously, we have some more series left, so people are gonna shift. We're just really focusing on hitting the ball whenever we have runners in scoring position. That's what we've been focusing on at practice. And I feel like we've done a pretty good job of that, at least the past 2 series. So, I mean, do you have anything else?
We've just been really working hard, and we've just really been going at it and doing our defense right and doing our offense right and doing as much as we can to get to that tournament and go as far as we can in the tournament. Well,
Piper, I do have one last question for you. Since you're fresh out of high school and this is your first year playing collegiate softball, what's the biggest difference you've noticed from your time playing at West Rusk to now playing at the collegiate level?
There's like no time that you have. In high school, there was a lot of time you had, and in college, there is no time. It's softball school, and it can be stressful sometimes, but it's honestly fun. It's been a great experience.
Yeah, when you're playing a college sport, it's a job. It is a full-time job that you're doing. So, well, that's fantastic, Makana. One last question for you. I know that a week ago against Eastern New Mexico, you hit a grand slam. So, congratulations on that. Now, did you hit any in high school, in Little League, or was this your first ever? Or how many grand slams have you had?
I don't even know if I hit any in high school, actually, but I know I hit some in like select ball. But I think it was special because I know we were down like 3-1 or something, and I was like, I've got to get a base hit here. I was like, okay, I'll take a grand slam over a base hit any day of the week, I was just happy because it's my first grand slam in college, and you don't see them a whole lot. Like, they're not super, they just don't happen. They're pretty rare. So I was grateful to have done that.
Well, that's awesome. Well, congratulations to both of y'all, and it is awesome that y'all are sisters, being able to at least play 1 year together at the collegiate level. So I'm glad that y'all are able to do that. Y'all have been fantastic. Congratulations on what y'all have accomplished, and best of luck the rest of the season. Piper, I know you got 3 more years there, so you got to break whatever McKenna does. You got to be able to break that in your 4 years there. Okay.
I will.
All right. Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, that is the Morton sisters they're from Kilgore, went to West Rusk High School, and now they're at Texas Women's University, the Pioneers, playing some softball. So best of luck to them. We are going to take a break. Michaela Goose will be back with you on the other side. Stay tuned.